Hello and welcome, racing fans, to Motorsports Radio, home of Motorsports Talk, and this is the weekend edition, and we're going to get all into the nitty-gritty, as we always do on Thursdays, some racing news and stuff like that. Happy birthday to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ned Jarrett. They both had birthdays this week, and we're going to get right into it. Jimmy Johnson, winner of last weekend's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series event. Joe Logano wins the Xfinity Series event, and Nico Rosberg wins Formula One's Japanese Grand Prix. In tonight's program, chase standings, racing news, racing schedule, and I'm going to talk about the history of the numbers this week, the history of the number 48. But first, let's take a look at what's going on with the chase standings. And of course, now last week, which was race number 2 for the round of 12 in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series down in Charlotte, Jimmy Johnson climbs up to first place after an excellent performance on Sunday. Matt Kenseth in second, Kyle Busch in third. Fourth, it's Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch in fifth. Carl Edwards in sixth place. Seventh place, it's Martin Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin in eighth place. Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, ninth and 10th. Joey Logano in 11th place. 12th place, it's Kevin Harvick. Jimmy Johnson with 3,045 points. 3,040 for Matt Kenseth. 3,036 for Kyle Busch. 3,034 for Brad Keselowski. 3,033 for Kurt Busch. 3,029 for Carl Edwards. 3,028 for Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin 3,012. Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott both have 3,009. 3,006 for Joe Logano. Kevin Harvick with 3,004. Looking at the jumpers and divers from this week, well, one big jumper, that would be Jimmy Johnson, who last week was down in 11th place, climbs up to first. Then we have Matt Kenseth climb from 4th up to 2nd. Brad Keselowski, he climbs from 7th up to 4th. Kurt Busch from 8th up to 5th. And then Carl Edwards last week was down in 10th place. He climbs up to 6th. We have some big droppers too, and I'm going to Truex Jr. from 1st down to 7th. Chase Elliott drops from 6th down to 10th. Joe Logano from 5th down to 11th, and Kevin Harvick drops down from 2nd place down to 12th. All right, now looking at the Xfinity Series. Okay, last weekend was their elimination race, so this is a brand fresh round of 8 standings. Daniel Suarez. Now, all the Xfinity Series drivers now have 3,000 points as the points got reset. That is the protocol, if you will. But we have Daniel Suarez right now in first place. Daniel Suarez driver of the 19 car. Elliott Sadler in second. Third, it's Justin Allgaier. Eric Jones in 4th place, Brandon Gowen in 5th place, Ryan Reed in 6th, Darrell Wallace Jr. in 7th place, and Blake Koch is in 8th. Now, the 4 drivers that got cut on Sunday, Ty Dillon, Brian Pohl, Ryan Siege, and Brandon Jones. Now, the next NASCAR Xfinity Series elimination race is in Phoenix, so they have 2 more races. They have one race coming up this weekend on Saturday from Kansas. Now, the Camping World Truck Series, they're still in their round of 8. They have their first elimination race. They're still in their first round, the Camping World Truck Series, which goes from 8 to 6 to 4. And that's going to be, so right now, William Byron in first place in the Truck Series. Second place, Christopher Bell. Matt Crafton in third place. Ben Kennedy, 4th. 5th place, it's Timothy Peters. Johnny Sauter in 6th place. Daniel Hemrick in 7th. John Hunter Nemechek in 8th. And they're both with 2,037 points. And the truck elimination race comes on October 22nd. That race is from Talladega. So still got another week or so. And then Xfinity Series, after this upcoming weekend, they go on a little break before they come back. So right now, trucks are in a little break, and then after this race, Xfinity Series has their little break after this weekend. Quick look at Formula One top 10. Nico Rosberg in first place. Lewis Hamilton sits in second. Third place is Daniel Ricciardo. Rosberg with 310 points. Hamilton 280. Ricciardo with 212. Ricciardo driving for Red Bull Racing. The Australian Kimi Räikkönen in 4th place. He's with 170. Max Verstappen is in 5th place, and we have Sebastian Vettel in 6th, both with 165. Max Verstappen from the Netherlands, Sebastian Vettel from Germany, Red Bull Racing and Ferrari for Sebastian Vettel. Valtteri Bottas in 7th place, 8th place, Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg in 9th place, and then we have Felipe Massa in 10th place, racing for Team Williams from Brazil. He is with 43 points. Formula One racing returns on October 23rd. And that's going to be for the United States Grand Prix. They'll be racing out in Austin, Texas. Now, I think last year was rain. It rained last year, but they race in the rain out there at Formula One. So if it's not too bad, they race in the rain, which is pretty interesting. Now Fox Sports posted this article titled "The 6 Biggest Surprises of the Chase for the Sprint Cup So Far." I have a link to this article. You go on motorsportsradio.net, click the Chase Surprises button, and it'll bring you right to this exact article where I got some of these notes for today. So 6 big surprises that happened so far. Okay, as we know, Kansas this week marks the halfway mark in the chase for the Sprint Cup Series. So here it is. We're calling this the Big 6, starting with number 6. Of course, that would be Kyle Larson, driver of the 42 Target car, targeted by the Chase cut line with 3 impressive finishes over the regular season. Michigan. Winner at Michigan, his first win at Michigan, comes in 3rd in Darlington, and then 2nd down in Richmond, which was the last regular season race before the chase started. However, during the chase, his round of 16 hasn't finished any better than 10th place for the entire first round, and of course, Kyle Larson cut. Then we have Austin Dillon, who was sitting in 15th in the chase standings, narrowly escaping the cut line, finishing 8th at Dover, which was the first elimination race. No laps led during this round of 16, but now in the round of 12. Sunday at Charlotte, Austin Dillon finished in 32nd. Of course, there was that big wreck where Truex Jr. bumped into Austin Dillon, and I forget what lap it was. That was the big one. So he that ended his day right there on Sunday. Some crazy racing this last weekend at Charlotte. Now, number 4, and this is some big name drivers having some big issues lately. Denny Hamlin, who his engine expired on Sunday, he was running 2nd. Could have been a contention for a win on Sunday. Engine just blew on the number 11 FedEx Toyota during the closing laps of Sunday's race. There was like a whole bunch of laps left, but towards the tail end of Sunday's event, Kevin Harvick, who had issues at Dover, and again last week at Charlotte, which turned out Charlotte was an oil pump bearing. And the computer read a little oil pressure and slowed the engine down. It was some computer thing. They're explaining it over on the NASCAR America. I think it was NASCAR America Race Hub. I'm watching both. Like it could, they're both on at the same time. NASCAR America Race Hub. But you learn some stuff from watching it. And so then we had Joey Logano, Joey Logano, who swept the round of 12 last year, really having some issues with that 22 car lately, and last week had some tire issues, hit the wall twice. And then we had Kyle Busch, who also had issues with tires on Sunday. So some big name drivers having some issues so far. I still put in Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin in the Motorsports Radio Championship for probables. I kind of have my pick for who's going to win it, though. But I'm letting it marinate in the old brain. But I think I have the same guy I picked last year. So that's all. But I'll tell you who the pick is later on in due time. But Joe Gibbs Racing, here's number 3. Joe Gibbs Racing winless so far in the 2016 chase. All four of JGR drivers, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Carl Edwards, but all of which have a minimum of 2 wins, although Kyle Busch has, I think, 3, right? Kyle Busch had a couple of wins this year. Kyle Busch, who took headlines when he came back this year. Remember, he didn't start at the beginning of the season. You remember, then he came back. He came in a little late this year because he had that accident at Daytona back in 2015, which sidelined him for a whole season and a quarter. So it was about a quarter way through the season when Kyle Busch came back and just started winning a bunch of races. So, Kyle Busch making headlines at the beginning of the season. But I think Truex Jr. started making some headlines towards the end of the season. The point that we are at now, I think that Truex Jr. started taking some headlines right there. Kenseth has 2 second-place finishes so far, 3 top 5s. Kyle Busch has finished 8th or better so far in this round, in this chase so far. And then number 2, and this is going to be the rise of Hendricks Motorsports, a dominant performance from Jimmy Johnson on Sunday, who now has 78 wins. And we're going to go a little bit into Jimmy Johnson in the 48 in a couple minutes, I think he won 3 races this year. The first one, I want to say was, I don't remember if it was Vegas or Fontana. I think Keselowski won Las Vegas, right? And Johnson won Fontana because he beat Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s number of wins, which was 76. So they won out. It was one of the the West Coast races, and beat. I believe he tied it and then he beat it. I think it was 2 other races that he won before this one. But Dale Earnhardt Sr. with 76 wins, and now we have Jimmy Johnson with 78. So very impressive for a 6-time Johnson. And not only has he led the most laps on Sunday's race, but led the most laps in the chase so far, leading 155 of the 334-lap event. And we have the Rookie of the Year candidate, the other Hendricks Motorsports driver, Chase Elliott, who has 2 third-place finishes so far in this chase. And they put down number 1 here. Tony Smoke Stewart getting eliminated. So we'll talk about that right now. Now, if you want to, I'm going to add one of my own. So far, there has been no scuffles. No post-race drama so far. No helmet throwing or anything so far. So far, we got quiet out there off the track. So there's that. But now, so if you wish to read this article, there's a link, motorsportsradio.net. And you'll see a gray button up there. It says Chase Surprises. You click that button and it'll bring you right to the article that I was reading. So it's very interesting. So, and you can also check out some podcasts as well at motorsportsradio.net. But here are some Tony Stewart stats. Smoke. Originally a driver of the number 20 car, 1999 to 2008. 356 races with 33 wins. 129 top 5s, 207 top 10s, and 273 top 20s. That's with the number 20 car. And then started driving the number 14 in 2009, 256 races so far, with 16 wins, 58 top 5s, 101 top 10s, and 168 top 20s. In total, Tony Stewart so far, from 1999 to now, 2016, has participated in 612 races, 49 wins, 187 top 5s, 308 top 10s, and 441 top 20s, and raced 174,570 total laps raced, and led 12,786. Now that, my friends, is impressive. And